Good morning, traders. It's 8:03 a.m. Chicago time on Wednesday, the 7th of December, 2016. Thanks for joining me. I apologize starting 3 minutes late. Some computer issues here. Derivatives trading involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. The overall position of the market this morning, crude oil lower, down 96 basis points. Crude was down as far as $50.24 and as high as 51.20. Currently trading at 50.43, followed by the Nasdaq and the S&P. The market's allocation this morning is mixed. The DAX leading the bunch up 1.29%, 138 points, followed by gold. And then the Euro stocks, treasuries, Bund, the Euro FX, and so on. It seems to be mixed with a slight edge to risk averse this morning. As far as what's on the news, I'm looking at the key. One of the key things is China's FX reserves, foreign reserves, hit their lowest since 2011. China's foreign exchange reserves fell by 69.06 billion in November at 3.052 trillion from 4 trillion. This is, in my opinion, and I'm not an economist, in my opinion, this is further proof that China is doing the opposite of what it's being accused of. It looks like it's using foreign reserves to prop up its currency rather than devalue it. Um, Australia's GDP turns negative uh, after a 25-year streak, and that's really it. I'm not seeing anything else that is major here as far as news. This morning we got mortgage applications down 0.7%. The prior is negative 9.4. And as far as what we're looking for today, what's on deck for today at 10 a.m. this morning Eastern, we get the Bank of Canada rate decision expecting 0.5 in line with prior. We get the U.S. JOLTS job openings number for October, expecting 5.5 million. We also get crude oil at 10:30, along with distillates and gasoline. Crude oil expected at a draw of 1.5 million. Distillates and inventory, positive inventory of 2.25 million, and gasoline a positive 1.75. At 3 o'clock this afternoon, we get U.S. consumer credit for October, 18.3 billion. As far as speakers, not seeing anyone of significance this morning, so it really is the 10 o'clock and then crude that's likely to drive us here. Um, let's switch gears and look at what we expected yesterday. No, crude oil is down. January crude oil is down. Um, So here's what was expected yesterday. The market was opening around 2207. The expectation was for a dip down into the 2204 area, and then for the market to turn around and head towards 2213. 2213 being the November high. That was the primary hypothesis. The secondary hypothesis is an early test higher, and then the market rotates back to 2204 and then continues down to the MC point of control at 2199. What we actually got is right here. We took the dip, but the dip went lower to 2201 instead of 2204. There was a slight drive on the open. It looked like Hypo 2 was going to be dominating without the push up, but overall we had Hypo 1 play out. We pushed, the expectation was 2204, pushed right through, and then it tested below the opening swing low, rotated up, and then from there continued higher. We finished with a high of 2212, just 4 ticks below the 2213. So Hypo 1 all the way yesterday. Not perfect, but the plan is not to be perfect. It's to have targets to trade for. Notice the point of control here. Very, very odd. The point of control at 22.1150, a lot of volume went off at that price right at the close, shifting the point of control up from down here from 22.0350 and putting it right at the other upper end of the range. So as usual, we would expect a higher high overnight, which we got. The overnight high is right here, 2213, this kind of cyan color, type color. I don't know what that is. Um, it's 2213 on the overnight high, which is the November high. And we're currently trading 2208. If we look at the overnight chart, we see that the same theme continued with the volume at the high. So we see that immediately we open up and we trade the same area and we form this point of control right at the 2211 quarter from 22 1150. So there's a huge order going off here between yesterday's close and in the overnight session, and we were stuck there all morning. We pushed to 2213 retest. We were a tick lower, and then we start to rotate down. We start to rotate down, and it's looking weaker at this point. We push back to the to yesterday's IB high as the overnight low. So it's a tricky scenario here, but overall I'm still looking on the long side. I'm still bullish on the way this is set up. Yesterday's yesterday's day type was normal variation. There was not much on yesterday's day type that tells me that the market is exhausted on the buy side, and it's likely to continue its pattern of pushing higher. So I'm looking for 2213 to be taken out this morning. Although the from the European Open to now, the overnight session has taken a sell tone, but very, very little damage done. I mean, it's recovered just this area overnight. That's it. 2206 quarter is 2206 quarter, 2206. Yeah, it's 2206 quarter is really an over underline this morning. I'm watching out for that price this morning carefully to see what kind of reaction we get there. Okay, so that's how things are shaping up. As far as what we're expecting this morning I'm looking for a continuation of the selling down to that 2206, and I expect this to take a bid and to continue to push higher. Once we push higher, we're likely to finish back inside of yesterday's range. That would be hypo 1 for this morning. I'm looking for a dip. I'm looking to buy the dip, as buying the dip has been pretty good so far since the election, at least since about a month ago. Um, and that's what I'm looking to do this morning. Find something to lean against this 2206, looking for bids in the order book to lean against and to push for a long towards 2213. We'll see how that works out. Secondary hypothesis, if I see buyers stepping in immediately, I expect them to get tangled up in the 221150 area, push through, and then dip back down, and then I'm going to be looking for it to push down to 2204. That would be hypo 2. Wow, that's pretty ugly. 2. There we go. Let's make the circle. That would be hypo 2. Hypo 3 is an immediate push higher as price attracts. It gets attracted to volume, an immediate push higher, and a continuation higher. Looking for about 9 to 10 points of range from the open, so 2207 or so to 2217. That would be hypo 3, an immediate push higher. Because we are very close to all-time highs, we've got this volume that is kind of ridiculous up here. Uh, One thing I want to remind you, tomorrow is rollover day. Starting at 8:30 a.m. tomorrow, Thursday, the 8th of December. That'll be the second Thursday of the month, of an expiring month, which means we roll over tomorrow. and start quoting March at 8:30 a.m. So the trader bite will be done on March tomorrow. I'll be rolling and trading March 2017, the H3 or H13 contract. So all of these prices are going to change once we roll over tomorrow. So we'll see how that works out. Um, and what we have here up at these high prices here is probably an option play. Quad witching Friday is next Friday. The date is the 16th is the expiration day. That'll be quad witching, and we're likely to see some positioning for that and some volume start moving from tomorrow onwards to the March contract, and therefore delta hedging on options and things like that. I won't get into that too much, but that's the expectation. That's what I have for you. For those of you who didn't see, I posted the link to the invitation for the December 13th order flow scalping webinar in the description of this video you're watching. Just hit the YouTube link. If you're already on YouTube, just go down to the description. If not, you'll find the invitation on my Twitter feed. If not, then it's on my website it's the first blog post on my website. If not, you've received it because you've signed up to the newsletter. The link for the newsletter is also in the description, and I posted it yesterday on Twitter, and you can sign on to get notices as well as recordings. You do not need to attend to receive the recording. You just need to register to receive the recording. No, we don't spam anybody, at least the best as I can. I don't spam people. I just basically send out what I feel is useful to traders. So if you want to sign up, be free to do that. And you can always unsubscribe if you feel like it's noisy. Generally, I send out something once a month or so. Good luck. Hit the like button as you head out. Good luck with your trading today. Cheers, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Take care.